5, day 5, day 5, yeah. Okay, welcome back to my Inktober series. It is day 5 of Inktober, which means the prompt word was blade. 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 Has anyone seen the Teen Titans Go to the movie? And they were like, Slade. 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 Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, I could have used that for the prompt, like to give myself inspiration, but that's not what came to mind. What came to mind was I have an angel girl, and I'm gonna make some cool swords out of feathers from her wings. And that's what I'm doing. So I did this interesting pose of her from the back where you can see her wings. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted you to be able to see her wings. I was very tired when I did this, so I'm sort of just lying on my hand as I did the line art. Don't mind my head. It exists. We all have heads, hopefully. So, yeah. And I'm watching The Sims in the background. Ignore that too. But I wanted to show her wings, so I did her from the back and D8 from the front, and they're sort of like back to back as if they're fighting someone or something. You can probably hear my daughter in the background. She does not want to be in her bouncer right now, but I have to record 10 minutes of audio, so bouncer time it is. And her big brother is playing PlayStation, so they're together. You probably hear PlayStation noises too. I apologise. Anyway, I struggled a little bit with the poses anatomy-wise because, I mean, honestly, how often do you draw a flying person from the back? So the legs were at a bit of a funny angle. The foot, I think, ended up a little bit small, and I haven't really drawn a lot of feet from underneath before. So it was interesting. It was an interesting experience. But it doesn't turn out too bad, I don't think. Definitely something I need to work on, the back anatomy of people. Oh, and my fiancé brought me in a bottle of Coke halfway through because he was like, do you want the rest of this? And I was like, sure. So I'm fueling myself with sugar. Anyway, again, I'm using the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen, as you probably recognize from my previous videos. I started the lines and then remembered that I'm really not enjoying using this pen, and I regretted it almost immediately, but I carried on because I couldn't do some of them with black and then the rest with paint and ink. Well, you know what I mean, because it would look weird. So I might not use this pen anymore for the rest of the series, just because I find it really hard. The only problem is doing the line art with a brush means that I'm going to need to get really close to the page to be able to do it, so you're probably going to see a lot more of the side of my head or the top of my head as the video goes. But I think I did pretty well in not putting my head actually over the top of the page, so you can see it still around my head. Sorry, I was just flipping through the book there to check the skin tone I used for our angel because I couldn't remember which of the inks I used, so I had to like go back and check the previous picture and then go check my swatch page just to see which one it was that I used. And I figured it out and went straight in with the skin tone. I really like this colour. I think it's really nice and bright and looks alive, which I enjoy, because a lot of the time I struggle with darker skin tones, making them actually look like there's life in them and not just being sort of like a dusty brown colour, because I find it really hard to mix browns. I gotta say, other colours, not too much trouble. Mixing browns I find really difficult to make them like look like a nice brown and not just like a dirty, muddy brown. And I wanted it to be a nice brown because our angel girl deserved the best skin tone. So yeah, and then I mixed a paler skin tone for our ghost boy because, you know, he's very pale. It ended up a lot pinker than intended, but I just went with it because well, one, ink's dry permanent, so I couldn't get rid of it, and two, I didn't know how else to go about it, and I wanted him to have a pale pink skin tone, I guess. I mean, I was thinking about it, he's supposed to be dead, so I could have done him in like a grey or like a very pale purple skin tone, which I might do from here on out. I could just say that this colour is down to the palette I used. Who knows? But yeah, the overall image of this piece, I tried not to use a limited colour palette. It sort of ended up that way just because, they both are wearing similar colours. That's the only reason why it sort of ended up being a limited colour palette, but I was trying not to. I wanted to actually try and mix the individual colours for what they were for, and not just go, I'm using pink, yellow, and blue today, and everything is going to be pink, yellow, or blue, and you have no other say in the matter. So I was trying to actually give everything its colour, how I wanted it, or how I envisioned it in my head. But then I had the problem where I didn't think far enough ahead to decide what I wanted to do for the background. So I had the image of these two and then got to the background and went, oh yeah, I need to do a background. And I don't know what to do. Oh, sorry. Yawn. Yeah, so I then ended up doing like a wash over the whole thing to try and draw it all together, and yeah, it doesn't look bad, but it's definitely not the most eye-catching piece that I've done so far this October, and I'm gonna have to step up my game. I feel like I've gotten a little bit lazy already, and it's only day 5, so I'm gonna try and actually make the composition of my pieces a bit more thought out from here on in. That's the intent anyway. Whether or not I stick to it is another matter. I don't know if I will, because it's a lot of work and I'm trying to record every day as well and all that, so I don't know. I'll try my best. I want to be able to flip through this book afterwards and be like, yeah, this is my Inktober book, and want to show it off and everything. But, it's a lot of work, and I'm already tired. But I was tired anyway, so, 6 of one, half dozen the other. Yes, Abigail! Yep. She's in the other room and she does not like that I'm not going out there. I've got 10 minutes to record. Just 10 minutes of quiet would be nice, but no. And I realise that I've trapped my cat under the bed. And he's probably going to come crying out in a minute with lots of meows too. So if you hear meowing, it's Vegemite. He says hello. He is a good boy. He likes to curl up under the blanket on the bed. And he is black, and our bed sheets are black. So a lot of the time, I don't see him even if I check. And I just saw him move. So, yeah, there's a cat in here. Who likes cats? You a cat person or a dog person? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, so with the piece, I wanted to do shading on the areas that I wanted to be white, and I wanted to do that in a pale blue. This is where I make the mistake, because I had initially planned to do the background blue, or a pale blue, or a bright blue. Oh, sorry. And when I then used the pale blue to shade the white areas, I realised, I can't use blue for the background now because all these white areas are right next to the background, so it's going to look silly. Well, not silly, but it won't be contrasting enough. So that's where I had that problem, and I kind of just went, well, I've spent over an hour on this piece already. I'm just going to throw a blue wash over the whole thing and make it look like it was deliberate. Because that is what we do with art. If you mess up, just try to make the most of it. And I don't know how much of my videos you've seen. Feel free to go back and have a look over the old ones. But if you know me at all, you know I make mistakes quite a lot. As a lot of people do. It's not easy to do something without making mistakes unless you're an expert. And even then, sometimes you still make mistakes. So this is one of my mistakes today. I did not think about the background when I shaded the wings, or the feathers, or Deata's hair, and so I then just went, you know what? Make it all blue. Make everything blue. So I kind of just, went in and just did the whole thing blue, and then it became blue. But I did it, I tried to do it pale enough that it wouldn't distort the colours too much. It would just sort of bring them all in to be similar in tone, or I think that's the word, tone is the word I'm looking for. So at least the whole picture sort of is cohesive. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for, cohesive. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm not really happy with this one. I like the poses, I like the idea, but I don't think it was executed as well as it could have been. I think in my rush to get it done in time, I messed up. Needless to say, tomorrow's one I will try harder. I have a really good idea for the prompt word rodent, and I'm hoping I can make it work. It's going to involve making a new character so that we have a demon to our angel. So I don't know if you've seen the video, but there is a video. Maybe I'll link it below, maybe I'll forget. Who knows? It's all crazy time on Kaci channel. Anyway. New character. The idea behind these two was that Dieter is a ghost, and he's kind of like a prankster. He's been around for a long time. He's given up attempting to cross over, and he sort of just enjoys making trouble for everybody. And this angel's been tasked with trying to help him cross over and to go to the good side. However, I've decided to make a new character. There is a spider on my bed. I think I got it. Anyway, making a new character who will be doing the opposite. So he's trying to... Oh, sorry, Vegemite. I told you he's under the blanket. He's okay, I promise. He's okay. I think I just scared him awake. Yes. He's going to try and help him cross over to the other side and convince him to be bad. Anyway, this is the completed piece. I went through with my jelly roll, added some white, added some highlights, did a white border around the whole thing to try and make them pop off that background. I don't know if it worked, but it was something I was attempting to do to just tie it all together. The background sucks. Don't look at it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, subscribe. Do the YouTube stuff. Help me out. It really does help. And follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. And that spider is still alive. I can see it. I'm gonna go now and get the raid. Okay, so thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye!